Hey guys, welcome back to Non Bananas. Today we are riding Western for the first time in 8 years, and I only rode for like 2 months, and I was beginning, so I was basically down. So this is the first time riding Western ever. And this is Kobe, so he'll be our steed for today. And we're out in Vegas, so we'll probably help you ride on. But again, this is so exciting. I can't wait to do it. And yeah, so I'll try to Western, I guess.
Alright guys, I'm going to walk you through these clips together. So yeah, this is technically the first time I would say I'm riding Western. I grew up the first time I wanted to ride horses. My mom gave me like a contingency and she was like, you can only find a barn that's like 10 minutes away and $35. So my first lesson was at a pretty backyard Western barn. But the thing is, I was on the lead line, obviously because I was a beginner, and I never did more than trot like 2 steps on the lead line. And we had to move barns, properties anyways, because I just kind of wanted to switch to English, and the lady really wasn't that great at responding. So yeah, so technically I would consider this and say this is my first time riding Western. I think it's fair to say that. So right off the bat, I began to trot. So this is my first time trotting and everything, and off the jump I was like, woof, okay, weird feeling. Saddle is completely different, position is completely different, and as a show jumper, not just in a show jumper, but I grew up as a hunter jumper, and I just am transitioning to show jumping. So as a hunter jumper rider who is very like strict in position and posture, it was very daunting to just have your heels kind of like loose. I kept finding myself trying to shove my heels as down as I could. But in Western, you kind of just, not that you don't put your heels down, obviously, but they're just not as, like, I don't know, just not as flexed down in jumpers as they usually are. And then also, the stirrups are just a lot longer in Western. I just was not used to that at all. I'm used to very, very short stirrups, even short so you can just lift yourself out of the tack when you're jumping. So this was foreign, and the biggest thing I knew was I was definitely going to struggle with the contact, but actually I was pretty good with the contact because I really do shorten my reins only for obviously jumping like I usually just like to canter Santiago with the loose rein because he keeps a very even pace anyways. So the contact wasn't too bad. I did find myself like wanting to shorten my reins a lot, and I had to trick myself by holding on to the horn and telling my arms to stop reaching to shorten my reins. And so that was really hard. I obviously was posting. I know you don't usually post, but this was my first trot, so I was just trying to get the hang of it and see what the hell I was doing and what this weird feeling was. And also my cooling rag is going to be flying around a lot in this video. Just try to ignore it. It was super annoying, but you guys, Vegas is very, very hot. We rode at 7:30 a.m. and it was already 100 degrees. So I need this cooling rag, so just ignore it. I know it gets annoying. This is my friend's barn, my family friend's barn. So very, it's not like I was like paying to take a lesson or anything. It was very like easygoing vibe. So she's just like, I know you know how to ride. You'll figure it out. So that's what I did. I went around these barrels. I was really feeling myself after like the first initial shock. I started playing around and started really getting to the cowgirl vibes, and I felt good. I did actually drop my hand because she said, you know, you can ride with one hand or 2 hands. I did decide to drop my hand because I found that because you have to keep such a loose contact in Western riding, that it was actually easier to ride with 1 hand than it was with 2 hands, because I just found that for me personally, I kept trying to shorten my reins and kind of go back to English. So for me, it was easier. Then I was having a lot of trouble actually sitting on my ass here because, oops, sorry, my butt. What was that? Oops. Sitting on my butt because in English, technically, especially in show jumping, you do not sit on your butt unless you have like you're trying to do like a driving seat, which is like very rare. Also, I cantered for a little bit there, wasn't intentional, but I was just like, okay, she wants to canter. Sorry, Colby, he wants to canter. We cantered. I kept picking up the wrong lead just because I really was trying to figure this out, and it was just very weird. Like I'm just not used to not, you know, shortening the reins and then like bending and then asking for the canter. It was very strange, but finally I picked up the right canter, and yeah, it was really fun cantering, and I really felt like a cowgirl here. But yeah, anyways, in show jumping, you usually sit on your pelvis, and my trainer is very funny. Oops, my phone also fell, so I had to get off and redo that. So I definitely did that, and then I got back on. My trainer is very funny with the way that she describes it, and I'm sorry if this is TMI, but I will not add any context, so this video does not get demonetized. But essentially, for girls, you have 3 holes, and you alternate between 1 and 2 when you're show jumping and you're sitting in the saddle. So do with that information that you will. As weird as that is, it really does help when you think about it that way, and that is basically what you're sitting on when you're a hunter jumper rider. You don't really sit on your butt like ever. It actually just drives the horse forward, and it's just not a good position. Like I think only men really sit on their butt because they kind of like have to. So anyways, that was definitely new to me, to just use my butt muscles. And then she taught me how to spin here, which was really cool because I told her I had an interest in maybe trying reining. So she wanted to show me how you can kind of like spin a horse from the walk. And I thought it was just really fun and really cool, and it's definitely something I want to continue doing. It's very similar to how fast Santiago turns. A lot of really good professional show jumpers actually turn as fast as, you know, barrel horses and reining horses because they have to like do tight turns. So I was really actually prepared for the rapid fire like turning. And yeah, I just thought it was really fun, and it's something that I definitely want to try and do even more. And she said you could back up and do it, which I think we already saw that clip where I backed up and tried to spin, and it was just a lot of fun. So we trotted some more, and then eventually I cantered again, and we did like a little circle pattern around the barrel. So she said that Colby isn't a barrel horse, so he isn't used to spin or cantering small circles. So she just said do wide circles around these barrels. And I was just having a great time. My rags started flying all over the place, which was really annoying. I think it would have been a lot easier if I wasn't like also trying to adjust my my rag. But the barrels were a lot of fun, and yeah, it's just crazy that this was like my first time riding Western, and I'm really proud of how quickly I adjusted. Definitely need to work on some things, and that's why I really want to continue riding Western, because I think it'll help me with my English riding too, being able to use my seat more instead of relying on my leg. That's really important in Western and also English, so these things are going to really help me out in both of my riding. And I was so happy I let out a little cheer. But yeah, then after it got too hot, we were only out for like 20 minutes, and then we just decided to wrap it up for the horses. And I just had an amazing time, and thank you so much, Colby. And I'm so excited that I'm back home in Vegas and get to continue riding with Shannon at her property and riding Western.
You were so good, Colby. You're such a good boy. He's so good. He's the best. Much more different than English. Oh my gosh, like that's hard, but I think I did really well for my first time. It's great. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Such a cutie guy. So much fun. It's so freeing.
It's kind of cool.
cool. It's like learning like a new language almost. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Like where your body goes and stuff, but different, different ways to use it. Loose and sitting on your butt, which I'm definitely not used to. That's like the opposite in winter jumpers. You never sit on your butt because that's like a driving seat, and then they go like faster because the
When you
jumpers.
send your butt this way, they only stop and sit a little more.
Wow.
They just stop.
Wow.
There's different levels to sitting on your butt.
That's so cool. Good boy. You did so good. So we bathed Colby, and then I was able to put Colby in turnout. It's so cute. He goes out with a little donkey and another horse that's his best friend. It was adorable. And just to explain, I haven't explained on this channel before, so I grew up in Las Vegas. I go to LA for university, which is why Santiago is in LA, and my barn is in California. So in the summers, I'm in between California and Las Vegas, which is why currently I'm riding Western in Las Vegas. I'll be seeing Santiago next week, and we got a horse show. Thanks guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed my first time riding Western.